on. It's take 3.
This is take 3. Y'all, you guys don't understand.
But welcome, you guys,
Yes, welcome to
Two Queens and Crystal Things, the podcast where we are on some manifest your life, shift your mind, and raise the consciousness type of shit.
Yeah,
I am Mia.
And I am Christie. And you can consider us your spiritual girlfriends for the next hour or so. Whatever. We'll see. We will see. So, yes, this is absolutely a take 3. So, you know, since this new year, we've been trying to have someone come in to do an interview. And we actually had an interview set up. I thought it was dope. It didn't work out the first time. Didn't work out the second time, which is why we're here for a third time. But we're just recording ourselves, so
We're still going to have some fun.
Yeah, we're still going to have some fun. So last week, or the last episode, I apologize, because it's been a while. Last episode, just to recap, we talked about twin flames and soulmates, and we talked about what a twin flame is and what a soulmate is and how a twin flame can help your life, actually change your entire life.
Woo!
Yeah, you
Talk
got
about shifting your mind.
You got you a twin flame.
I sure do.
And also we talked about the purpose of a twin flame and a soulmate and a lot more. So I hope for those of you who tuned in and listened to the episode that you found it helpful, you found it educational, and yeah. So today,
what are we talking about today, Christy?
So we were trying to record we were going to record this energy update, which we'll still post, but kind of just sharing where we are with things, how we're feeling, what's been going on since the new year.
Yeah, it's a whole war going on.
It is yes.
There's a lot happening.
It's a lot happening. Inside, outside, all the way around, sideways. But so we'll post that. But so this week, in this particular episode, we're freestyling with this episode, but I wanted to talk about being in a spiritual slump. I feel like I'm in this slump. And it's not I don't feel bad. I don't feel negative. I don't feel angry. I just feel like, But there's also a lot going on, too. So I'm trying to, not be so hard on myself.
Well, I would say, think about it. I feel like people who start on the journey of learning themselves and understanding, you understand you're a human being, but trying to understand that spiritual part of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, it's work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. And so sometimes when you get to a place, you're just like, can I just sit here for a minute?
Can I just pretend to be normal for a little?
Let me be here for a minute, So it's not spiritual slump sounds bad, but
spiritual purgatory. Or no, spiritual limbo.
Oh, I like both of those.
I just feel like I'm kind of in this place. So we had a spiritual retreat. What was that, in February?
February 11th.
February 11th.
Look, I'm like, I remember.
February 11th. And I feel like it was a very productive ceremony.
You worked a lot, though.
I did work a lot. And I think after that, I was just like, ugh. I feel like things are still processing from that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm also still understanding all of what happened.
You know how they say, therapists will say this all the time. Sometimes the work, or even in coaching, sometimes the understanding or the aha moment doesn't happen in the session.
Oh, yeah,
it's
absolutely.
the seeds that are planted during it. And then, so I think maybe it was just seeds planted and you're just kind of like, okay, let me see what type of flowers these were. I didn't ask.
Right.
I really
didn't ask.
But, so but just in general, what do you think causes spiritual slumps? When people go through this. Now, one of the things that I think is that we have expectations of what the spiritual journey is, especially when you got some wins under your belt in your journey. Yeah. So you're like, okay, I have some, and so when it doesn't, you feel like, wait, but I was going 60 miles an hour down this road. Now I'm at 10. Maybe what's going on? So we just have to release expectations, you guys. Because
I agree.
Even though everybody's journey is different, understand that your journey is dynamic and has levels. It's levels to this shit. We say this all the time.
Yeah, there are levels.
It's levels and layers. So when you put in expectations, once you reach another level or layer in your journey, it could feel like, you know,
like, I guess instead of an incline, think of it almost like a stair step, where where there are okay, you know, like a stair step where even though you go up, there is a period of time where you'll plateau. So I'm wondering if it's just that plateau period that I'm going through.
Season 2, episode 4.
Yeah. But yeah, expectations. I think that's.
Is this your first one? Or that you can remember?
No, like I feel like, because we have talked about this topic before.
Yeah.
So I feel like I may have had something before. Honestly, I don't remember. But since we had our ceremony, that's really when I felt like, okay, I need to, like, there was, like, what I'm feeling now is almost close to the burnout I had with my sorority. Like, I was just like, I just need a break. I just need to take some time away.
Yeah, I just need, you know what's so interesting about that, though? Is it's almost like, so I look at the journey as just a discovery itself, right?
Yep.
So when we say, we get to this point where it's like, I need a break, we make ourselves feel bad a little bit, because it's like, I'm taking a break away from myself. Like, to what, though? And sometimes it's just a lot of the processing. So understand, even if you're not necessarily being proactive in work, you are still on your journey, because you're still breathing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
So you might not just right now be searching for anything, and so that's what Christy think. Actually, is it a slump?
I don't think it's a slump.
You know
I feel like
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, maybe it's just.
I think it's just a lot of stuff going on.
It's definitely a lot of stuff going on.
I have a lot of stuff on my plate right now.
But it's also just taking in and mastering what we already know. I've had to take some time where I'm just like, you know what, stop. You're trying to bring too much in, and do you know what the hell you got? Like, look in your library, look to see what you have already, and learning how to incorporate that and master that and integrate that into your life. I've been feeling like I'm in a period of integration.
Yeah, that too.
Definitely feel like I'm in a period of integration, just because when I think about since October.
Oh, yeah.
It's been for me, that was a lot. Like, so much.
That was a lot.
So October,
that was a lot for you.
We talked about this. We did this healing ceremony with some of our sisters, and since then I feel like I've been integrating everything that I've learned and that I asked for. And that's the other thing. In that last ceremony, you guys, this is real. This is very real too. Before you do any type of ceremony or ritual, you want to make sure that you are very clear about your intentions.
Yes.
So, what your intention was for that ceremony happened. You know?
Yeah.
So it's almost like, okay, I got what I asked for, but sometimes if it doesn't come like we think it's gonna come, you're like, let me go sit my ass down for.
Yeah. And then I guess another thing is, and we talked about this too, I think one of these times we tried to record, but just comparing yourself, like not comparing your journey to anyone else's, because, a lot of times, like social media, I have to admit, is
I took a big break. Did you see how long I took a big break?
And I'm actually thinking of taking a break.
I needed it bad. Especially during the time, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about taking a break myself. But social media is just you are inundated with all this information. And for me, that's overwhelming. Like, even just going out and being around people can be overwhelming for me. But social media, that's like, it's all this information and content that's just, sometimes it's too much for me. But then, like, on the spiritual side of things, you look at other people, like, on social media who are sharing their spiritual journey or their spiritual path or whatever they're doing, and it's just like, oh man, they relocated to Mexico, and they are working their business, and
they're living in a commune and hug trees every day. That sounds wonderful.
Right. It's like, how come I can't? Here I am. I have to report to a job, and I have a new job, so that's another thing too. You know, I have to report to a job. My flexibility is not as it used to be. So it's, I think for me, as I'm talking about it, it's a combination of things. It's a combination.
Well,
But
also, I feel like some of my more poignant and yes, how can I say, amazing things that have happened to me spiritually. And I'm telling this so to give you some because you know this. Oh, thank you. Hey Brantley. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to begin to share those on social media. So I don't even know how people capture this stuff because when I think about some of the stuff, I'm like, I would.
no, like, yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean?
I feel like
So
you can't capture it.
So you're, they're showing what people are like. You know how people sit up there and they will. And this is no judgment. I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable doing this. Like when they're having those down moments and they record themselves crying. Like even though when people do it, like I'm like, you can feel the rawness and they're going through something. I just in that moment in time, especially the way I cry, you know how I be. And I ain't think, like, let me tell you something, y'all. They can't get in touch with me. They will pop up in my, because I'm like, when I'm going through it, I can't. I don't have the thought to be like, I need to share this.
Mia
By the
goes
time I get
MIA.
out of it, I do. She goes down. I'm out. But by the time when I come out of it and I'm ready to share it, I'm in a different place.
Yeah.
But so I try to be as descriptive and full as possible in sharing, just because I know people go through this. Mm-hmm. And so, but you don't see that on social media.
Yeah.
So you don't know someone, you see somebody, they moved to Mexico and they're living on a farmland. You're just like, dang, that's dope. But we don't know that process that they went through.
Right.
To get there, or what they're going through when the camera's not on.
That's true. Like, there's this one woman that I follow. I wanted to do an interview with her, but she never responded because she is super busy. But this woman, she's younger, so cute, and like, oh my gosh, she's like she's so cute. She's like a cute little thing. She bought a little farm. She has chicks. Mm-hmm. She has little goats. And I think it's like the coolest thing just for her to be able to live that life. And she is very authentic with who she is and what she does. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't hide. And I feel like I'm still in that position where I'm like, I don't know, should I share this? I don't know.
But that's on social media.
Yeah.
So somebody looking at you on social media, they'd be like, this girl got her shit together. Like, how is she doing that? How does she launch out a business? How does she have a job? How does she have this? You know what I mean? People, we don't fill in the full picture when we're just looking at what's presented in front of us.
Yeah, and I do try to share like my highs and lows.
No, I'm just saying.
But I'm not gonna. What I'm not going to do is, well, this is what I say now. But I have no intentions on recording myself crying or going through a moment. Usually, like, I have shared things after a moment, but usually not like when I'm going through.
No, because I'm in the middle of it. I can't no.
Because then I feel like that kind of takes away, I don't know. I feel like that takes away something. You're like in this moment and really crying. It's like, hold on, let me record.
You can't have any chocolate.
You can't have any.
I need you to understand. When did you? Do you understand? He taps my leg. Like,
yes.
I'm like, when did you teach him how to do that? He's up here like, hey.
He learned that on his own. Little greedy.
Sorry, that was a Brantley break, you guys. My bad.
He begged, sorry.
And then sometimes, and this is a good one. Feeling like I'm once you get to this great level of awareness, right? And you're like, I understand things, I know things, and you have these moments where you feel like you backslide, or I do something that's against what I know me to be spiritually. Like, allow somebody to take you there where you like, I'm gonna knock your head off your shoulders. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, oh my God, why did I say that? Where did that come from? I'm not her anymore. No.
Been there, done that.
So and then you feel bad.
Yeah.
And so,
I don't know if I feel bad.
I because you know how I am when I get angry. I feel bad because I'm like, that's not who I am anymore. But what I've learned though is the journey has gotten me to a place where I have the feelings to know that doesn't feel comfortable to me anymore. So
Agreed.
it's less and less, and then so you start to learn. It's like, wait a minute, I got control. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. What I'm like, that has nothing to do with how I'm going to react. But that takes some awareness, some time, a whole bunch of stuff. But we can't punish ourselves when we feel like I should know better, and I didn't. So maybe something's going on. I probably just need to chill, or we kind of talk ourselves back a little bit.
Yeah.
But we always talk about, in the journey, we talk about forgiveness. We got to forgive ourselves. And sometimes we need to do those things so we know.
I need to do that. And just giving yourself grace. Because I guess I feel like since I have all these new things added to my plate that I'm still supposed to be able to like.
And you started your herbology school, right?
Yes.
You got a lot on your plate, Christie. You tripping.
So I think I'm just like, so it's not like a slump. It's just, I guess I'm in this moment where I'm trying to find my pace or like my rhythm with everything, because once you find a rhythm and then you change things and you add things and it changes up a little bit. But yeah, so I think I'm in that space. But like another thing as far as some people who might find themselves in a slump, anxiety and depression, and sometimes that can even come from feeling as if you're getting something that you didn't expect. Like, it didn't necessarily show up in a nicely packaged gift with a bow. And so sometimes
you mean the pile of shit that showed up on my door? Yeah, okay. Sorry, y'all.
But for real, and we'll share this, but Mia's been, man, she's been a trooper, because January and February have been...
Girl, every day in March, I'm feeling a little bit better.
Good.
What's today? The 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Today's the 3rd?
Today's the 3rd. No, today's the 3rd.
I woke up a little bit better today. Just like, okay, I'm ending this. I'm like, I'm in the...
Every time I see you, you feel lighter.
Yes. Like, I mean, no, Christy, I can feel it. Like, I have not cried not once today. Not even teared up. Not even... I'm like, oh, and I'm walking around doing stuff, because I mean, everything's on hold. Everything was on hold. I stopped doing the business stuff, all the stuff. I mean, I stopped everything. So I can tell when I'm back, because I'm reorganizing my closet. I love to clean, wiping down my baseboards again, and just getting back. Okay, now what do I need to do to get out of the website and all this stuff together? I'm like, I'm like, okay, you're done with this. This was hard.
Yeah, I know it was.
And so, like, sometimes you will feel like depression or anxiety from your spiritual tests, your lessons that you're going through. It can definitely feel, I mean, girl, I felt like Jesus on the cross, like, why hast thou forsaken me? I'm obedient like a motherfucker, like, for real. They're like, no, baby, you designed this. I was like, ooh, boy, when I get back to self, me and me gonna have a talk.
me, we're about to fight.
Like, that was a doozy. But when and I said this to you yesterday, like, I know even a month from now, 2 months from now, barely 6 months from now, I'm going to look back, and this 2 months is going to feel like nothing. Because I'm in a new space because of that. And we're always worth it. But I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie, it was a couple times I was like, you know what? I'm good.
Mia's like, beam me back up.
I'm done. Like, this is no. I'm like, no, I don't wanna.
And if you guys reach out to Mia, tell her congratulations and give her give her a virtual hug, because she's been through it. But I'm so proud of her, because she's been working through it. Like, when we say do the work, we mean it. Like, we mean it. We mean it.
We do the work. But, boy,
we talk it, but we also walk it too.
Walk it like you talk it.
Man, you are a trooper. But I'm proud of you.
I'm actually pretty proud of myself too.
Yay.
I am. I really am. I'm just, every day is a little bit lighter. Whew.
Yep. So another thing which is interesting, this is a great segue into what you were just talking about, is that, keep in mind that our spiritual journeys, we're going to have challenges, we're going to have trials, we're going to have lessons that we need to learn. So yeah, don't just think that, because I think a lot of people think spiritual journey, which again, I think is just coming back
journey to actually journey to
journey to self.
Yep.
I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's going to be wonderful, the wind's going to be blowing, the bird's going to be chirping, the sun's going to be beaming on me, but they don't see like the back end stuff.
Or they think that, okay, it's going to, once I get over this one bump, everything will be fine. It's like, you guys, we're continually growing. Just like continually growing. So
it never ends.
It's like it never ends, but it's always it gets better.
It does.
It, like after every lesson, it gets better. And you have and you guys are, if you think, when we say everything is temporary, everything is temporary. The lesson is temporary. The moments of highness where everything is awesome, that's temporary. But it's all for your greater good. I will say this, and this is real truth. You guys, choosing to walk the path to figure out and understand who you are and why you came here, the depths of your soul is, in theory, it is like amazing, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, this is so dope. But I would tell you that it's not the easier path.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It is so much easier to follow the path and I'm going to be what society tells me I'm going to be. I'm going to follow those rules, those characteristics, and that's it. And let me tell you, and no shade, for real, there are people who live their lives and are fine with being that forever. Yeah. Never asking or questioning.
So, of course he wants to.
You know what I mean? And they have their ups and downs, but ultimately, you guys, because we are all spiritual beings having a human experience, at some point or another, you start asking some questions. At some point or another, you're just like, wait a minute, Hannah. Now, y'all had said that A equals B. I happened to look down the street, and A was equaling X. Can y'all tell me about that? And whether or not we choose to pursue it, to researchers, or we close. Some people turn a blind eye to it and believe what they want to, but those of us who can't let that little niggle go, can't let that little poke go. It's like I'm trying to ignore it, but what? No, okay.
Honestly, once I feel like it's just hard to go back.
It's hard, yes.
Like
but I think you have to get to a certain level, don't you think?
Yeah.
Before you I can't go back.
Because once you start opening up your eyes to things and the veil starts to come off, and then it's kind of hard to put the veil back on and pretend like you don't know. But there are some people who do that. It's all a choice. This is all a choice.
It's all a choice.
It is a choice. But yeah, as far as you want to talk about spiritual tests?
Well, yeah. Let's talk about spiritual tests. So.
You just went through a spiritual test.
So, Christie brought it up a little bit a few minutes ago. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to say this so I don't sound absolutely nuts. But, so, remember, we've talked about main character energy. We've talked about knowing and understanding that you designed this life, that you are the master of your universe, and that you created this. Yeah. So, and where I am in my journey... Apparently, at some point, I decided that, I decided that there were these last lessons that I needed to understand and learn. There are these lessons that I came here to learn, and I'm trial by fire with mine. I'm not when it's lesson time for me, y'all. It's it's lesson time. It's not sit in a classroom for me. It's you about to feel this.
Hands on.
And but the good thing, because that's it, excuse me when I say it's a gift and a curse, because I feel everything. That also means I feel my gift. That also means that there's nothing out here. I can feel that tree. I can feel this dog. But so when it's lesson time, I feel it. It's multiplied because it's painful. but I know there's something else on the other side of it. And this is one of the things that kept me going through this time. I knew for certain that if it hurts like this, ooh, good God, when I get on the other side of this, how beautiful this is going to be. That was one of the things that kept me like, I have to see this through, because what the hell am I about to walk into? What is this about to be? Because what?
So have you been through that before?
Not to this extent. I remember I told you, I said, I really was wondering, is this my biggest, or I would say this is, for me, so far in the journey, I would say one of the most difficult ones, except for kind of first getting into it. Like, that was probably a little bit more, that was a fight. Because I hadn't, the awareness wasn't even close. So once I'm in it, has it been? Yes. And that's why I'm going to talk, and this actually ties right into spiritual slumps. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of fighting this a little bit. And not because I didn't want to grow. It was because I was spiritually comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like a spiritual slump. Maybe so it's just like, so remember we were talking about, we're just right before we started, it's just, you get to this certain place, and you're like, I'm good. I know how to manage my emotions. I know how to manifest,
Maybe
and you're in this wonderful, it's a good place.
Maybe
I'm really enjoying this. And then you understand and you think about, and it comes to your face like, oh, baby, it keeps going. It gets deeper. You're like, but wait, but this feels good. Come on, y'all. Just let me have this.
Thought you were done.
When I say learning unconditional love for myself and for others has been a big lesson for me. But also when I say faith, for real faith, do you believe who you say you are? Do you believe what you designed? Do you really, Mia Sisek, do you truly believe that you are the master of your universe and trust that what you created? If you do, then you'll go through this lesson in full faith and walk and just trust us when you come out on the side of this. Yeah. That was difficult because in order for me to grow in my spiritual journey, that means I had to let go of what was comfortable and good. It was so good and comfortable. Like, I love it. Yeah. And it's not necessarily let go of it. It's just, you have to let go of it so I can have an open hand to understand more of myself. And when I say, I have definitely, your girl is resilient.
No, very much so you are. So then how do you get to a point, because I'm over here like looking at myself like maybe you're just comfortable.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It might not be a slump.
Maybe I'm just comfortable. Outside of the other factors too,
right.
Have a lot going on. So then how do you get out of that comfort level, or that comfortable space?
So, and this is, everybody's different, right? That's why I said I'm trial by fire. So when it's like my guys are gonna whisper, and if I'm listening, I get it. They're gonna be like, by the way, this is about to happen. Okay. But if I'm in a comfortable space, I'm good. I got this. They're like, oh, she want one of those fires.
Bring out the fire.
Blaze that shit.
Burn it down.
Blaze it. Let's go. Let go. But that's the way I set it up for me, because I think I understood how I was going to be in this space and this time. And that's just how my lessons are. But when I tell you, even before this journey, you guys, I used to always say, God, don't play with me. I would say, all my friends are like these people, like they would do something crazy and bad, either it never get caught, no consequences, or it's like nothing. Not Mia. Let me tell y'all something. It would always be like, not only gonna get it, but you're gonna get it fast. Like you're going to feel this like immediately. It's not, where you forget, And so that stopped me from doing a lot of things. I'm like, y'all, God don't play with me. Like, I get my lessons for real. Sit down. Christie, I don't think you as hard-headed as I am, so they don't have to hit you like that.
I'm not hard-headed, and honestly, that comes all the way from me being. So I am the youngest of 3, And I remember growing up, look, this one situation, my older sister, my cat had kittens. Did I tell you this story? My cat had kittens. She was a hoe. She belonged to the streets because first litter was 6, second litter was 8.
Wait, what was the cat's name? I got it.
Socks.
Look at me. Oh.
Her name was Socks. She had little white paws. But it was her first time having kittens, and we thought it was just like they were so adorable. We wanted to play with them. So we were playing, and my father said, okay, it's time for you to go to bed. And I was like, okay, went to bed, because I like to follow rules. So, we're laying down, and my sister said, let's go downstairs and play with the kittens. And I'm thinking, didn't he
what sister was this?
This is my older one.
Okay, look, I'm like, I need to know. Okay.
And I'm like, didn't he just say to go to bed and not play with the kittens? No, let's go. We'll sneak downstairs and we'll play with the kittens. And I'm the youngest, and these are my older sisters, and I'm still trying to, find my way and fit in. So I'm like, okay, we'll go. But in the back of my head, bad idea.
He's like, I don't think this is going to work out.
And so we're playing with the kittens, and then I get to a point where I'm like, yeah, this is a bad idea. So I start going back upstairs, and my father's coming down. I'm like, shit. But that was the first and last time my father spanked us. And ever since that, I was like, yeah, I'm not messing with you guys. Nope. Because I don't like getting in trouble. Nope.
See, my thing was,
one time.
That's interesting. I would rather get in trouble for my siblings for their my shit, because I feel like if y'all really knew when I'm for real be in trouble, my younger sister, that's why she was the boldest ever. I would never forget. I was in college. So in high school you sneak out the house.
Never
this
done
is
that.
back I would sneak out the house. Girl, I was in suburbs. Girl, I would sneak out the house. I'd be like, y'all meet me down at the corner.
I was in the suburbs too. I was just too afraid.
Wrong.
Having parties at the house, too afraid.
No. Now, you're not about to come and mess up my mama's house. It's some rules to this shit. But I would sneak out. But my sister, my younger sister, my brothers and sisters, my oldest, there's 5 of us. They would throw parties. And I would, I was not a snitch. I'm riding this lie out, but it's going to cost you. I was that kid. I'm like, oh, you going to pay me. Oh, fuck. What?
Oh, it will cost you.
Girl, I used to make so much money off of my older brothers. Are you kidding me? I wasn't going to tell anyway, but shit, they didn't know that. They like, oh, how much? I was not playing no games. But, so my younger sister, who's the baby, I'm in college, and I'll never forget. This how you sneak up, because I would have her make sure, because Pilar and I shared a room. So I make sure the window was unlocked so I can get back in the house. Girl,
that is
my
funny.
sister, this is how she would sneak out. Now, all of us are going in college. Or grown.
Yeah.
She leaves the house. Not only does she leave the house, out the front fucking door, she takes mom and dad's car. I think she took mom's car and left a note talking about I went to 7-Eleven. I wanted a slushie at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, do you understand? Sharon would have knocked all the teeth to the back of my throat, waited for me to shit them motherfuckers out, baked that shit and fed it to me. I need you to understand. What the fuck? And Flyer's just like, I left a note. I don't even understand. I'm like, see, that's that young one stuff. So that has nothing to do with youngers.
Yeah, I do get that.
See?
Because parents get tired. It's like, with the last child, they're like, look, you're not killing yourself.
You got it, right. I'm like, how you going? I was respectful. Meet me at, hey y'all, go down there. Exactly what time? Exactly 11 o'clock. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna be at the corner, on my block. No, this heifer gonna walk out the front door. Alarm, bang, bang. Take their keys, pull off in the car like what? And go all the way to the city at the beach kicking it.
What?
Talking about I went to 7-Eleven for a slushie. Girl, get off. Bye. I'm like, how are you still breathing? I don't understand. I said, boy, Sharon's slipping.
Yeah. But as far as the lessons, I am not hard-headed. I'm like, what do I need to know? What?
But see, but also, you know what? This is actually interesting, because I think about how we are as a kid, and you think about your spiritual guides. They're kind of like your parents. What I would do is after a certain, immediately you do it now. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Yes. I'm not one of those kids that's gonna keep going and be like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. Sometimes they ask the first time, I be like, fuck it. Yeah, I did. Because my thing was, just hurry up, beat me, spank me, punish me, hurry up. And so, I told you, I would rather just, damn, that just hit me. I would rather get the spanking than the 5-hour long lecture. So that's how I am with my lessons. I'm like, are we in a lesson? Come on, punch me. Let's do this. Like, I don't. So, and knowing I'm like that, because for me that would shorten the punishment.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, that's what you want? Well, this one's still gonna be long, bitch. You getting a 2-month whooping, ass whooping, electric cord, shoes, belt. Naked stuff. I was kidding. I'm telling you, I was like Yahweh on the cross. Like, what is happening? But
that, honestly, so you were doing some heart work, and I feel like the heart work that's like the deepest. I feel like heart work is the deepest. And I will admit that there are some times, not that I'm hard-headed, but I will say that I can get busy, or I'm not, like, I can get distracted where I'm not really focused on what I need to do. Like, and we talked about this yesterday when we recorded, but we'll talk about it now. My guides have been talking to me, like, Christy, you need to come sit down and meditate. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. I'll do it today. Like, I'll do it later.
I just want y'all to know, Christy usually meditates every day.
And sometimes twice a day. Usually it's twice a day. But I've fallen off. Ever since our event in February, I have fallen off. So one particular day, my guys were like, we got some stuff to talk to you about. I'm like, okay, I'll get to you. And I'm doing other things. Okay, I'll get to you. I don't remember what time this was. Was it the evening?
No, it was in the afternoon, in the middle of the damn day.
Mia calls me. I'm going to let you take it over from here.
Y'all, I'm out minding my good goddamn business. Shopping with my daughter. And every time I was walking outside, I felt like I was like by a draft. I'm like, dang, how they got the air on? It's freezing in here. And I kept moving around, and I'm finally like, wait a minute. I am fucking freezing. So it finally hits me. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm looking around.
I'm so embarrassed.
Nobody else is cold but me. I mean, I'm like, Jada, is it cold in here to you? She's like, no. I'm like, not at all. And
so
Jay's, we have like the same temperature. So she's my barometer. She's like, no. I'm like, wait, like not even a little bit. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, it's only on one side of my face. That's the like my whole body, one side. But I mean, like when I say like it was frozen over here. And that's why I kept looking around like, where is the vent? How does it keep, no matter which way I turn this on this side. So y'all, Christie's guides, when they come in, when I say they freeze out the room, they freeze out the room. We all know it. Like, we have our little group of sisters. Girl, we'll be having a whole ritual. Everybody run. We put on all our sweaters and you're like, oh, here come Christie people. Y'all. So I'm standing there. I said, oh, hell no. I said, this is Christie people. I call her. I said, heifer. I am freezing, and I'm just now figuring out this is you. They came to me and was like, you need to get your... I'm like, so y'all gonna freeze me to death, have my goddamn left nipple fall the fuck off because this heifer not talking to y'all? I said, oh, no, bitch, you about to get on. You about to throw something. And she was like, oh, I've been saying I was gonna do it now. I'm cold. Like... Y'all, my left hand was like numb, cold. Like, I mean, I was cold.
I felt so bad. So I was like, okay, let me talk to him now. I'm going to talk to him now. Talk to him.
But you can't run from this stuff
that was
sometimes, y'all.
I was like, oh, so that's how you guys are going to, so you're going to go to her. Mia's like, so when was the last time you talked to your people?
Right? Because,
I'm like,
well, what happened was, I carried it too.
So, I have full intention. Yeah.
This is the thing. Like, if you don't allow yourself to get further enough into the journey where because it's a relationship building.
It definitely is.
It's relationship, and everyone has guides. You're never alone. And as you start working more with your ancestors and deities and ascended masters, angels, you guys, whatever it is that you are working with, you're building a relationship. And when they have a relationship with you, it's kind of like, Christy and I talk about this all the time. The way my people talk to me, And sometimes they're so straightforward with me, I'm scared to ask stuff. Yeah, I'm like, nah, because they're going to tell me the truth. So, nah.
Oh,
so
like
let me fake
very,
stupid for a couple of...
very detailed. Me as people will have her, like, figuring out quantum physics equations.
For real.
My people, like, my guys already know. Like, I just, give me bullet points. I don't need a dissertation. I don't need a novel. Give me
I
bullet
would
points.
straight go, like, go to the bookstore. Go down this aisle. Like, when I say like that, look up right there. I'm like, what? I mean, I have a book right now that I bought. I'm like, I have no idea why I bought this book. And I mean, but I know, a couple months, I'll be like, God damn it, I need this. Because it's happened several times.
Oh, I believe it, yeah.
I mean, they just, but, so I appreciate that. But and I also think that, from their perspective, their work is not going unheard.
Yeah.
Us listening and following our guides, you guys got to understand, they serve us. And I don't mean that in a way where it's like, servitude. Mm-hmm. But just like I serve you all. It's like Christie serves you all. We all serve. But they serve us.
You're in service, yeah.
And they work with us. But understand, it is to help us with what we said when we came down here, we came to do. Mm-hmm. Right? So once you know who and are connecting with your guides, when you're lost, that's who you go to. But they are not there to make it to live your life for you.
Exactly. Yep.
You still got to do the work, but they here just to remind you, oh baby, you're not alone. I'm telling you, one particular night,
you are not
alone. No, seriously, this one particular night, I mean, it was, oh Jesus. When I say it was rough, I remember laying down, and I have a child, so I'm trying to keep it together, just like get to my room and close the door. So I said to them, I said, yeah, I cannot be by myself right now. I need some help, like for real. And I remember I laid down in the bed, and I promise you, I knew immediately that I was surrounded. And it made me cry, just like, damn, y'all really love me.
Yes,
but I mean, I felt hugs. I felt literally energy running through my body. It was like heat, and then this coolness, and this heat, and it's just, they were letting me know, like, we're here. And I'm like, I just got to get through this. I don't know how. I literally don't know how I'm going to get through this night. If I'm here, like, don't leave me. And I woke up, I was like, I know that I was surrounded all night. And I was like, thank you so much. And it gave me enough to be like, keep going. Because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make, I couldn't. I'm like,
they were like, oh no, you need to wake up tomorrow.
No, we got shit to do.
Yeah, you got purpose.
Like, and you have purpose. So, and that's another thing, you all. Like, seriously, talking about depression and stuff, like, that's a very real thing. And sometimes it can feel so damn heavy. This world, this matrix, this 3D world is very so heavy, dense, and so. And sometimes you can feel it so much. Just like, I want out. I don't want to do this. And so people will give up on themselves, and you have that, like the uptick in suicides that's happening right now.
Crazy.
It's crazy because they don't know how to necessarily funnel that energy and talk to themselves and talk to their guides, or know that no matter what the other 3D people are doing outside, that has nothing to do with you and your journey. People are made to come and trigger us and help us and grow us and teach us and love us and hate us and all of those things. But
and as sad as it is with people ending their lives, like the woman who was the E! News correspondent, Chelsea, I feel like even that is a part of her, like that was part of her journey. That's something.
See, that's interesting because I feel like,
So you don't think suicide is a part of someone's journey?
I don't.
No?
I know. This is a hard one. Okay, let me say this. I'm saying this right now. We've never talked about this before. No, my thoughts at this moment are no. I feel like that's when you give up on your journey.
Interesting.
And it's not a judgment of it, because it's not, because I don't just like, oh, you're going to hell. It ain't. I don't. Well, shit, this is hell. I think. But I do think when you do that, you're gonna come back and have to do all those lessons all over again. So it's not so. I mean, sometimes they're like, that's the better thing. That's what they believe is a better thing. But I would tell you, in those moments, where you're not doing anything proactively to end your life, and you're like, but no, for real, I feel dead. Like, I feel like I want to die. Mm-hmm. And you wake up in the morning, when I've had those moments, I'm like, I mean, I've literally said out loud before, like, I'm still here. I guess.
So I have not
I guess
had
I'm
it that
not
bad
done.
yet.
No, I've had those ones before. I'm like, I'm still here, so I guess I'm not done. And you know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, like, just horribly dense. Just like, fuck. Where you just hoping, like, can I just wake up from this and not be here? And then when you wake up and it's like, I'm still here. So that means this situation is still here, but that also means that I am.
Yeah.
So that means that I still have purpose, that I still have a mission, and I need some help. Help me, nigga. Help.
Okay, so maybe I feel like this suicide discussion can go into like a completely different conversation. But you don't feel like some of these people are used as a catalyst to provoke someone else to start their like spiritual journey, and like
I think that so when I think about our journeys, I don't think there is like it's like we've written every chapter perfectly, like step by step. I think it's more like, Mia, you want to learn for real faith and unconditional love? Bam! Yes, I came to learn this lesson. So what we're going to do is you're going to learn through this lesson through one of your closest and personal relationships. And we're going to spread it out. Sprinkle some fun in it. Do a little this, little that. Little paprika. We're going to put a little smoked paprika. So we're going to make it this, so the feeling of it and the grandness of it or the smallness of it or the quickness of it.
Yeah.
So someone who is catalyzed by someone else's suicide to start their journey, I believe it wasn't that person was meant to catalyze their journey. It's the way that I was say it's me and somebody I know committed suicide. It's like the way that I was going to jump into my journey was going to be through trauma and pain of someone that I loved. It's not necessarily that it's going to be somebody that kills themselves, but it's going to be through someone. I'm going to lose someone close to me, and that's going to, if that was what I meant for my journey to be. So but I do think though, when we decide to end the avatar, this is such a very real thing, you guys.
Very real.
To end this life, I do think that it's just, I didn't bank on the test being this heavy. I didn't bank on, you know what I mean? Because we did all come here for a reason. Nobody came here thinking I'm going to end it before I'm done. Everybody came here to fulfill their mission. And remember, your mission can be like, your mission could literally be, I haven't come down here yet to fuck some shit up. I kind of want to know what it feels like to be that.
So if someone is,
but they're not ending their life. I'm talking about be the person who starts chaos. There are literally what we would consider light beings that their job, I'm a catalyst to cause chaos so we can grow. Because you can't have growth without chaos. I'm telling you, if you look at what's happening in the U.S. right now, all this is chaos. But there's chaos, so that makes us what? Pay attention. Look up. Wait a minute, hold on. We might need to rewrite some things. Hold on. There, geographically, politically, financially, religiously, our world is being completely reshaped and reformed. Yeah. So you have, but in order for us to get to the point where we're having all these conversations, think about the social justice movements for the last 5 years. All of that was a crescendo up until the point that we're at, where like people are getting exposed, like the rich and the famous and all those, and we're finding out so much more about what's really happening behind the scenes. That is happening purposefully so that we can rejigger. We have an opportunity to rewrite what we believe this country to be, what this world to be. Right, the new world, right? New world. So, but in order for us to get there, if everything was la-di-da and everybody skipping around with rainbows and unicorns up their motherfucking ass, it would never happen.
Yeah.
This is why some people say Trump is a light worker.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I'm not a Trumpian. I think they all fucking stupid, to be quite honest with you. But I do understand what they mean. How some people
of the same plane.
Absolutely, it's the same thing.
Different wing.
But
of
everybody's
the same
playing their role.
Yeah.
I truly believe in my heart of hearts that what Trump did, it was his role.
Yeah.
Exactly what
So
he
you don't
what he's
think
come
people
down here
who
to
commit
do.
suicide are fulfilling a purpose or a role?
No, because the only reason and again, we've never talked about this. I'm gonna think about this a little bit more. The only reason I'm saying no is because because you're ending. I don't know. Wait, see, I was about to say because my. Let me think about that. So your purpose is the light. Your path is in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Chrissy. I gotta think about that.
Interesting.
Because you know me, I can argue both sides of a point. Because I'm literally having an argument in my head. I'm like, no, wait, that might be a good point.
I mean, I can see both sides too, but I'm like,
that's a good point. I think we all serve a purpose.
Yes.
But I do believe that not all of us fulfill our purpose.
Facts. Yes.
So in my head, so my original thought was,
I agree with that.
No, because you haven't fulfilled your purpose. But then I'm thinking,
but maybe it
what
was
is your purpose? Right. That's why I'm like, oof.
Yeah, something to think about.
That's something to think about. Maybe there are people who that's what they're. I don't know, man. I don't. Oh, that's a hard one. I can't. I'm like, dang, damn it.
You guys, let us know what you think.
Yes.
Yep. Let us know what you think. So we are at 51 minutes.
Dang, for real?
For real.
Okay, so let's talk about how to get out of recalibrate.
As I sip on some wine.
Right. To recalibrate once you go through either a slump or you're going through a lesson. And I really do feel like, really quick, you guys, when I say almost everybody I talk to, and I have to ask you, Chrissy, I know you have, like clients and everyone you talk to, does it seem like everyone's been going through something?
Yes.
Like, they're like, what the hell is happening?
Yes.
On the scale. So,
I mean, honestly, like you said earlier, a lot... I mean, I feel like by the masses, a lot of people are starting to wake up.
Yes.
A lot of
and
people.
you know that first awakening, I told y'all, 39-mile awakening, it was not pretty. Cinderella's birds were not coming to help me get dressed in the morning. Them mice was rats.
See, I don't know if I have like one awakening. I feel like it kind of happened in like segments.
I meant like I see what you're saying. I think when I look back, there are times where I'm like, I knew something. I was onto something. I just kept going. But when that moment where you have that awareness where you can't look back.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. That one. Some people have it early in life. I was a whole ass grown up.
That was me too. That was
like a grown up.
That was my second divorce.
So it takes a minute. So when you're coming out of that and you're in the middle of that and you feel like I do not know. And sometimes when you're in the middle of it, you don't even want to talk to me. Like, I don't want to talk to y'all. I don't want to talk to my spirit. Like, fuck y'all, because if you love me, I wouldn't be. You know what I mean? This is how you feel sometimes. Yeah. So stuff that I do, I'm for real. You guys, laughter for me. I have to find. I would get high and go find me a stand up comedy, something to watch. If I can muster up the energy to hit the remote to watch something, I have to like laugh and change the mood and sometimes and this is difficult for me. I have to stop trying to solve it and figure it out, because what I'm doing is I'm like, I want this over, like, okay, and so I stay in that space. And sometimes you gotta air it out. It's sort of like a relationship. You and your partner get into a fight. Sometimes right there in that moment, because tensions are high, you're not gonna solve it. Be like, you know what, I'm gonna walk out the house.
I'm gonna give you some time.
I'm gonna give you some time. I need me a little time. give me a little time, and you come back a little bit stronger. So think about things that bring you joy. It might not be as joyful as when you're okay, but it still will shift your mood.
For me, it's dance. Dance automatically shifts my energy. Like, you honestly cannot shake your booty and not like be like, smile. How? You can't. Yeah. There's just no way.
See, that's how I feel about laughing. Like,
laughing and dancing is Those are like my two go-tos.
So one thing that I do also is I like to. Sometimes it's okay to get lost in another world, in a fantasy. So I will watch.
Your Hallmark station.
Oh, girl, you know I love me some Hallmark. But like some movies that are take you to a whole nother place and time where you can be completely into what is happening on. So like the Star Wars series or the what do you call that? Harry Potter series, or you know what I mean, something just to take your mind completely away from this world for a minute. Yep. You got to come back, but you know, just and it also gives you some perspective. And going outside, y'all, you know, my walk
change of scenery for sure.
My walk is curing.
Yeah, and then I mean, and like you said, just doing things that make you feel good. So for me, dance makes me feel good. I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm like, it uplifts my mood automatically. When I'm in a funk, I'm not good at reaching out to people. So,
me either.
But you know, for some people, you may like feel comfortable. Like, look, I need some help, or can you come over, or can you help me out?
You know what? You know what else though? One of my girlfriends called me when I was in the middle of what I'm going through. She didn't know. And she's like, bitch, I am going through it. I gotta talk this out. That immediately made me not think about myself.
Right.
And I mean, it was such a switch so fast. And I was like, oh. So one thing that I noticed is focus on others.
Being in service.
Yes, because I mean, it switched it got me out of my head about my stuff. And I mean, and I could be of assistance and guidance to her. And for that time and moment, I was like, oh, it felt good to be able to help, to be able to solve something. Because right now, I can't solve this.
Right.
I have no control of this, but I can help where I can. So being of service and focusing on somebody else or others' needs helps.
Me is a good friend, and she gives really great advice.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I'm not.
There you are.
I'm not like that, but
you are definitely a great friend.
See, I'm just not. I don't reach out like that. Like I'm really bad at like.
Well, Christy, no, there's different type of friends. You are. Let's see. You are very much so. If I call, you coming. You're not gonna ask no questions. You know what I mean? And you need those type of people.
Whose house are we going to? Send me the address.
Well, I'm already in the car. Come on, just send me the GPS so I can get on. So you need those type of people in your life that when someone's when they finally. Let me tell you why it's so important, because especially for somebody like me, I have a very difficult time asking for help. Like,
yeah, I do too.
So, because I'm always afraid that the people that I love, when I ask for help, if they don't show up, then it's like the covers are off. I'm alone. I had nobody. You know what I mean? So, yeah. To have friends where if like, I need you. You know what I mean? And know that they're going to come. It emboldens you to open up. To open up a little bit more. So that's important.
Yeah. No, I do agree.
You know what I mean?
So,
all right.
What's the takeaway? What's your takeaway?
Don't give up on yourself.
Don't give up.
It's okay if you gotta take a break. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I would say it's okay if you have to take a break.
Give yourself grace.
Don't give up on yourself. Love on yourself, you guys. Like, I feel like I say this so much. I sound like a broken record. Oh my goodness. Repete. But you guys, I'm telling you, the number one thing that has helped me get through this is just like, man, if it feels like this on this side, God damn, what am I about to walk into? Because know that every lesson, there's the other side of that is a blessing. And so,
lessons and blessings.
If that's all you got to hold on to keep going through it, hold on to that.
Yeah.
What's your takeaway?
Since I feel like I'm kind of going through this now, honestly, my takeaway, and this is what I tell my clients. Give yourself grace. Not everything is going to be perfect. It's not going to fall in line just how you want it to be. go with the flow. And like Mia said, don't give up.
Oh, before we close out, Christy.
Oh, yeah.
We got to talk about the
workshop.
Yes. So you guys, we'll pull it up so you can get the information.
We have a workshop coming up.
So we have partnered with in Chicago.
Yes. So
it is called Ashe
Counseling and Coaching.
Mm-hmm. It is a woman. It's actually a Black woman. Therapy group. Amazing group of people, and we've partnered with them. Myself, Christie, and our good girlfriend Maja. We're hosting 2 workshops on the spring equinox.
Yep.
Which is the real beginning of the year, you guys. And so, what are we calling it, Christy? Can you give them the details?
Release, renew, rebirth. So, starting the new year, especially since January and February were trash, this is an opportunity for us to just get ourselves regrouped,
get yourself
release,
together,
and really set intentions for what we are wanting for the remainder of the year. So like Mia said, there are 2 workshops, there are 2 sessions available. This is scheduled for Sunday, March 20th. First session is
on the actual day.
Yes. First session is 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and the afternoon session is from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And so we'll be doing, we're going to set intentions, we're going to do guided meditations, we're going to do sound healing, we're also going to do a releasing ritual.
Did we post this on Two Queens yet?
No.
Oh, okay, we're going to post this
Yes.
workshop that we're doing, you guys. This is dope.
It's going to be dope. So, yeah. So, if you guys, hopefully you guys can come out. There is an Eventbrite. If you guys go to my personal page, in my link tree, I did add the workshop there. You guys can sign in or sign up there. Do you have a link in your?
I have it on my personal page. When I swear I was just said to myself when you said link tree, I'm like, well, I gotta ask her what that is. Y'all.
So go to
help your girl on this social media, y'all. Help your girl.
So go to Mia's personal page because she has it.
It's on there too.
She has it listed, and then Maja also. If you guys are following Maja Soul Ascending, she has it on her page as well. So for those of you who are local Chicagoans,
and we're looking.
We hope to
you guys,
see you.
It's we really put a lot of thought into how we can help everyone get ready for this next phase. It's really the new year, It's spring. And y'all, especially after I came out this lesson, y'all about to have a ball. Because I got something to say. We about to have it's a good time.
It's going to be a good time.
But
yeah.
The main thing is that we want people to walk away feeling empowered, a little more clear, having released. I love this quote from Rumi. Your job is not to, oh my God, I'm going to butcher this, but somebody's going to know it right. Your job is not to find love, but rather find all the ways inside you that are preventing you from love. And love is just for me, that just means living.
Yeah.
So really living your life and living your true self. So you guys, we want to help you clear out what is stopping you from harvesting.
Yep.
What is stopping you from walking into the spring in your life where it's new and you know that you have control over it. Life is about cycles.
Yeah. And in most cases, it's us stopping ourselves.
Exactly. So we want to help you release that and then kind of pour some love in those spots and help you guys move forward. So it's going to be really good. You got some... I would go to a workshop with Kristen and Manji hosting it. Look, I'm like, even if I wasn't involved, I would be like, I'm in.
I've had a couple people reach out saying that they were going to attend. So hopefully you all can attend.
And seating, it is limited. So we don't, and if you guys like it, we'll do another one. We'll figure it out how to make it work. So we're really excited.
We are.
And kudos to our, to the ladies at Ashe. Because Ashe, counseling and coaching, for being open to this and really wanting to provide a venue, an avenue, an opportunity for people in the community to work on their mental health, their emotional health, their spiritual health. So that's why we partner with them. Yeah. Okay. So So that's it, you guys. We love y'all. Have a good day, a good week. We'll talk to y'all next week. Light, peace, love, and soul. Bye.